Go.
What up, y'all?
Hey, we back.
We
What's
back
going
with
on?
another episode of the Collective Podcast, the internet's trippiest podcast. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we're here with the game. I'm Torin Shanae. That's all I got for y'all today. Torin Shanae.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
So I'm who got it. Um, we just here to talk. We already know what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's your boy G Elijah. Happy to be here. Happy to keep the conversation going. Welcome back to the Collective Podcast.
what's up, man? Good to be back. It's the Hood Mystic. I'm in the dark right now, so my camera ain't on. But what's up with y'all? Hope everybody is doing good, doing well. Hope everybody is trippy. I'm about to crack open this wine so I can get in the flow. But
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's your boy AD, man. We back with another video. Hope y'all ready. And Hood, I'm good, and I think we all pretty trippy tonight. So let's get it rocking.
Facts. So it's been a minute. Not really, but time moves fast when you're having fun. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I think we're gonna start this one off with the new moon. We're in new moon energy. What is that looking like for everybody? How do y'all feel? What are y'all doing in preparation?
Um, yeah. Start off saying like I'm time flies for sure. Like he said, it felt like the full moon like just happened, but at the same time, I have been like up at night like watching the moon damn near every night too. So like I've seen the changes. So like that's been cool. But I was talking with Hood before, like in a pre-show, a pre-game, just about like what I'm trying to be on. And of course, like the new moon is tomorrow, like midday. But like the last couple full moons, like I've been in that mood of setting intentions, setting like new intentions for myself and how I want that the next few weeks to play out until that full moon occurs. But they've been more so around establishing a certain kind of like feeling, or more so they've been a little bit more general. My intention, should I say? So, like my purpose for this coming new moon tomorrow is just to be a little bit more specific with my intentions. Like, have actual kind of steps written down and laid out, and have an attack plan on what I truly want to occur over those next 28 days, and kind of having something that allows me to follow my progress, for sure.
Yeah, that's dope. I feel that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
For this one, I kind of been in a space of, I don't know, I feel like chaos, um, where I'm trying to choose exactly what my desire is. And I've been reading The Magician by Philip Cooper. So it's interesting that you um say you need to be more intentional and stuff, because he was talking about, with magic, we should get exactly what we ask for. It's other than that, it's not magic. It's it's not magic unless you see a physical result. So I'm trying to put that into my moon routines, and be more specific, like you saying, bro.
That's what's up.
So look,
That was nice and smooth, Woo. Nice and smooth. I have to say the same, but more of an aspect of I'm really trying to be intentional with my time. Honestly, I feel like that's one
Mm-hmm.
thing I don't take advantage of is my time. So, and just like Woo, I've been trying to expand my mind on it. And the quote that I have for everybody is from a philosopher named Seneca. He says, "Don't waste an hour of your time unless you get something in return." And I've been trying to actually use that mindset so my time doesn't slip away from me. You know,
I
so
like that.
that's where my attention's been.
It's crazy, AD, because that's exactly the same type of energy I feel like I've been in. I feel like I'm a combination of all of y'all's because in a lot of ways, I feel like um, it's been chaos energy for me as well. But it's like almost like the light at the end of the tunnel, where so you just you on a fast track to get to that place of I want peace. Peace is one part of it, but like to me, I'm on a path and a journey back to being grounded, like and grounded in who I am now, not who I was before. So like that's been the challenge in doing the things that serve you and that cultivate your magic, um, and finding what is now, not what was yesterday. So like just like his sound coming out is very it's still very like chaotic in a sense, but I didn't even realize we were in new moon energy. That's just kind of the rush that I've been in, but um with the way alignment works, I've still actually been in that same space where I'm like about to get about to take back ownership of my time, right? And like visualizing exactly what that looks like on a day-to-day basis, and like and exactly the energy that I want to give to cultivate my magic. So I'm glad you said that, Wu, because I didn't know that exact rule. If it's not exactly what you want, then it's not magic. Um so
Yeah. If it's not a physical result to your magic, then it's pseudo magic. It's just,
yeah.
you know,
So
yeah.
I'll be doing a lot of experimenting with my magic um,
Hmm.
in the days and weeks and months to come. So I'm excited to
For
see
real.
what that looks like.
Hell yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm on the same page as y'all. I just kind of like using this new moon to like wipe the slate clean and really be intentional about what I specifically want. But more than that, like the mundane of it is like I want the same shit that I've always wanted. So I think I'm beyond that. The
Mm-hmm.
deeper thing that I want now is to figure out who I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not who I am as a human being, but who I am as a true spiritual being, because I have no idea, like who I am as a species of a like a genus type. Like you know how they might identify a bird, like you know that's a bird. Well,
Yeah.
I don't even know what species I am.
Yeah.
Like only thing I know is what people have said, and that don't fit when I'm in my like last night, I was just like, who am I? And I had no idea. And that shit shook me to the core. So now I'm on more of a quest of identifying what, who, like, what is this thing called life beyond shit that niggas say? Because at this point, I'm like, I don't believe nobody, and everybody is just. I heard him say it, so I'ma say it, and that's how I feel about everything. So I was like, all right, who am I? And over these next 28 days, I'm gonna really do more of like psychedelic. Because I heard Terrence McKenna say like everything that he experienced on psychedelics was a result of like meditation, like all of his visions. So I was like, and last night I took some shrooms and I was just on my computer thinking about making beats and shit. And I was like, this is distracting the fuck out of my trip. And then Terrence McKenna came back like, you need to meditate. And so that just started this whole conversation that I just had, just tripping, but meditating while I'm tripping. And that was the best shit ever I experienced probably in my life so far. Like, and it was only like 2 grams, but I literally threw on my blindfolds and just got into a meditation, and my fucking pineal gland just fucking just melted, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Love
that's
that.
that's in the new moon because the new moon secretes more melatonin than normal, so it could be related to tripping at night during a new moon time might be way more intense than during a full moon. I don't know, but we experimenting, so
Makes
that's
sense.
that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Cause, well, every time I take like a macro dose, I get called to like just be by myself and like just be in a meditative state to the point where like if things pull me away from it, it's like irritation. Like I need to do the same.
You need that solitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure.
That's some interesting new moon energy right there. I'm excited to see where it takes us this week. But moving along to the next topic, I think we've been seeing a lot of it, a lot of conversations about the comparison between Zendaya and Keke Palmer, um, and the topic of colorism. So we want to pose the question: is colorism a real thing? Is it real?
I say yeah, it's real, but I don't think it's real in the comparison of Zendaya and Kiki Palmer. So I'll leave it at
I'm
that.
not. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see what happened with them. So I'm if it's like if somebody can give like a little short uh, synopsis, possibly.
Oh,
Here we go. Cue the music. Basically, you know how the internet is now, where they pick something to be mad about this week. And so this week, somebody made the comparison of Keke Palmer and the opportunities she's been given and how she's praised in Hollywood in comparison to Zendaya. Basically, trying to say that Keke Palmer hasn't had as many opportunities, she doesn't receive the same praise or whatever that Zendaya does, and that's a result of colorism.
But can I
And
just pause you real quick? Just real quick. I
yeah, go
don't know
ahead.
who Zendaya is, and I absolutely know who Kiki Palmer is. So what are we talking about? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just got to say
That's kind of what I'm saying too.
that. Like, what are we
Low
talking
key.
about? Like, who is Zendaya? Light
Z-
skinned or not? Like, who is she?
Well,
For real, no. Who is she?
I mean, she
Who
new
is
to this
she?
I
compared
ain't
to
gonna
Kiki
cap.
Palmer.
Zendaya is out here.
She's
Who is
he.
she? Who is
so
she?
she's an actress. She started on Disney Channel, and then she just been
Okay.
Yeah,
like
Are
flying up.
y'all
Spider
still didn't tell
Man.
me who she is?
Spider
Oh,
Man.
she's an actress.
Spider
Spider
Man
Man.
who? What she do? Was she
She's Mary
Jane?
Jane. I think she's
Okay,
Mary
she
Jane.
Mary Jane. Okay,
Yeah, she was
cool.
the new
She
Mary
Mary
Jane from Mrs.
Jane.
They made
Spider-Man.
Mary Jane. They made Mary Jane mixed out this joint because of
Never
her.
heard of her.
Yeah, you know.
Never heard of her. Okay,
What
y'all
the
still did Ariana Grande, maybe? I don't know. Like, what are we doing here? Damn, like,
She played in that show Shake It Up. You know that dance
see,
show on Disney.
losing me. Okay,
You
Yeah,
thought
you're
that was gonna
you
help
took
losing
me.
it
You
back.
me.
You
thought that
took
was
it
gonna
back on
help
that
me.
way,
You're
ain't you?
losing
You thought that
me.
was gonna help.
Who is she?
You took it
Who
back.
is she? She's light skinned. Okay, what
Thank
else?
you.
But you good, my boy?
The trippiest podcast
Yeah,
on
she
the
bad.
internet.
All
Yeah,
I'm saying is,
Choking on that
I
Elijah
don't.
Green?
yeah.
Out of everybody, yeah, shout out Elijah Green. But
Shout
out of
out
all the work though,
great.
I don't, like ain't nothing ever gonna beat out Aquila and the beat. Like ain't nothing like, and
Right.
I don't
Come
even
on,
mean like
man.
that's her best work, but I'm just saying like that's just like
Kiki Palmer
I feel like
is
in black
Kiki
culture
Palmer.
it's like
Right.
you just like Aquila and the beat, like you gonna think Kiki Palmer, like you gonna think Aquila and the beat, like always.
I
Like
think
I
of
just
her covering Diamonds and Pearls by Prince. That's what I think of when I think about. She put out CDs where she's singing her ass off. So like,
I
I
ain't
never heard of a
I don't think
Zendaya R&B CD.
You gotta
That's what
come
I'm
for
talking.
Zendaya, bro.
I
You
don't,
can
I
really
don't, I
come
don't,
for
I
her.
don't, I don't want to neither. I don't want to
I
neither.
just never heard of her, fam. And people comparing her to Kiki Palmer is like,
That's
But
why
you know that's how the internet
Colorism.
do. That's
Kiki
exactly
Palmer
what
been out here for a while.
Yeah,
yeah.
bro.
grinding, like putting her
Work.
name, like she a household name,
Man,
dog.
what was
Like
that? Man, she
she
had a whole
royalty
My
for
whole
real.
mom, my
team.
mom don't know Zendaya. She know Kiki Palmer.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah. And so basically that's what Kiki responded and said, like, y'all picking something to be mad about today. Y'all making something that's not a thing, because don't worry about my flowers. I think she said I'm on Broadway right now or some shit. Like, I got some shit going on. Don't worry about what I'm not getting that you feel like this person is getting. I'm good over here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's like as like, I don't know, as anybody, it's like, why would you put me in something like to cause tension between me and somebody else that like you don't they could have a relationship, they could not, but like, why would you even try to put
Right.
somebody in a place to have some unnecessary tension, like, and ain't nobody looking for that.
Why are they comparing the two? Do y'all know?
That's colorism. The answer is
They searching for something.
I, I don't I don't think colorism is the particular reason why. Like, I think it's just somebody trying to start some, like, some.
Yeah.
What magazine is this?
Variety.
Man, they trying to
I
make
think
some.
Variety just covered the article though. I think this might have been, I don't know. This is like
Social
This
media
seemed like
talk.
some internet talk.
Yeah.
Twitter.
But
Twitter.
I'm not saying colorism is the reason why there were or weren't opportunities. Like, that was a false narrative, that part. But the person who decided to compare the two and their opportunities and this and that, they have a problem. Like, these are two separate things. That person have some type of hate for themselves or whatever. Like they're not happy because they're trying to focus on and highlight something that's not even a thing. But they did so, I think, through the eyes of colorism. They wanted to believe in their mind that Zendaya has been given more opportunities than Keke Palmer, so much so they didn't even go and look up the facts behind it. They just presented that shit because that was them expressing, in a way, like colorism from their perspective.
Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is though, have y'all ever heard somebody make a joke on how fucking beautiful, light-skinned, complected a person was?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you heard a person say you got beautiful brown skin and everybody start laughing, or have you heard motherfuckers say, "Damn, you black as hell," and motherfuckers start laughing?
Hell, boy.
You black as fuck, boy. And niggas, that's a joke, right? That's funny ass shit in the black community. So colorism is real as shit. You can have beautiful brown skin and people want to fuck you. You can have black skin and motherfuckers want to crack jokes. Cause I'm a dark skinned person. And my whole life, every day I went to school, niggas had the jokes.
Oh God, bro. Every fucking day.
Every day.
And then still secretly wanted to fuck you. Like, that was the other part about it. It's like existing in colorism, or perpetuating colorism, but on the deepest levels, like, still so because that's melanin. Like, that's the magic of melanin and how it works anyway.
You become a fetish.
Yeah, facts. So, like, even that for the person, like, that's why I feel like self-reflection and self-love is so important, because if you don't take the time to really, like, understand where that shit is rooted in from the people giving it to you, you'll really be out here looking around looking crazy, and self-conscious about your complexion. And the whole time, like, the darker you are, the closer you are to God. What? Yeah. Colorism absolutely is a real thing. And even on, from a woman's perspective, I feel like it would be hard as a black person to say that I haven't perpetuated it in some capacity. Because let's be real, we talk about how, light-skinned dudes ain't been in style for how long. We always joke about them making a comeback. Anytime I've said that or perpetuated that's colorism. It is. So,
and one thing people love to say, man, that's that light skin shit.
It's onto it though. It's onto it.
It is.
Y'all just ain't never had a light skinned friend. Like, if you never had a light skinned best friend, you understand. Like, bro, something weird with y'all niggas, bro.
Yeah, no, they different. They different.
They getting their feelings quick.
They house a little cleaner.
Like, stupid.
I really think it's speaking to. I wonder if there's some science behind the question, but absolutely, colorism is real, and it's real from the people who are perpetuating it, and it's also real from the perspective of the people who experience it from their what is it their side of the spectrum. Yeah, like it's interesting. Really is.
Mm-hmm.
You got light skinned dudes trying to prove a point. They got a complex. You gotta be, can't nobody. I know some real like light skinned dudes that go and they go just because.
Just because they yellow.
Like they got to.
It's like
They not about to be that
I
stereotype.
grew up here, like around, I mean, of course, you just got like regular folk, but then like I don't know, in DC, you got like a lot of Africans too that come out here, and like growing up with them, like you see like people who have like just complexes about themselves and color skin, and like seeing dudes who like I just knew a bunch of guys who were like, yeah, bro, like I have to have like a light skinned girl or something like that. Like I can't have my kids like me or something, like. But it's like, damn, bro, like yeah, like they saying that to me, and it's like, y'all, you know what you even saying right now? Like you don't even understand, like I see that you don't see yourself like or understand yourself, or like
Yeah.
you just not in a place of a true like self love, like obviously it's like
You
dang.
think,
Yeah.
you
You gotta
think
take
part
this.
of it? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, that was it.
You think part of it is on a deeper level, like the yin and yang, like the need for contrast, like or our need to balance. Um, do you think that has anything to do with it? Because I
I
feel
mean,
like
I think there's a difference between a person wanting to experiment with something else because they want to try something different, and then another person being like, all right, I'm not doing this because like I'm only gonna do this because I want this result,
This type of
like that.
child.
Yeah,
I think it's a
Like
sickness.
I know short niggas that only date tall women because they want their son to be tall.
Yeah, they
So
retarded. Yeah, they slow. They got something wrong with their brain. Yep. Weird as fuck. Yep. If you ever feel like you need a certain type of person to make a perfect person,
yeah, that's
you on
crazy.
the short bus. Like, see you
Yeah,
later. Like, I
yeah.
only date short women. I only date
That's
tall women. I only date fat. Like,
that's
stop.
kind of like
Like,
the designer baby talk.
yep.
Like they modifying DNA to make children however the fuck you want them to be.
Mhm.
You can go pick some light skinned babies if you want. But
But have you seen Instagram though? Have you seen the babies on Instagram though?
I
Like,
haven't.
oh my God, these
Instagram got a
babies is
whole babies of
unreal.
Instagram.
These
What the fuck?
babies is unreal, dog. They like dolls,
They
real life
do.
dolls.
They-
Like, and it's a million of them. What are you talking about? Like, they got so many outfits, bro.
What the
And
fuck?
one reel kill my whole wardrobe for a whole month.
They dripping on us.
Balenciagas,
Oh yeah, that
bro.
type shit. That shit stupid.
They killing shit, bro.
And
They
they
only
can
wearing that shit for a month.
parents.
The babies.
Yep. They got like whole stores where they can buy matching outfits and everything.
Man, mamas and babies. But I digress.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Daddy don't be nowhere, but I digress.
Um, mm,
I think that's interesting though, because once upon a time, genetically modified babies was some taboo shit. Like niggas wouldn't,
yeah.
even if they wanted that, like on the deepest levels, I don't think that before it was.
Wait, it ain't that, nigga. If anybody say something about some genetically modified babies around me, nigga, that's like nothing around me.
But it's happening, bro.
It better be
We're
happening around
we're
me.
the minority.
It's happening.
Around me.
Yeah,
It's happening, bro.
it's real.
All
Yeah.
right, it might be happening, but
The same
yeah,
people that getting the jabs.
everything on the
So,
internet ain't real. Neither.
might as well.
Not saying they're not doing it on the internet,
Bro,
but
I'm gonna tell you
just
this.
because
I'm
it's
gonna
on
tell
the
you
internet
this.
don't mean it gotta be a thing around you.
Have y'all ever seen the podcast What is a Woman?
See the show or
The
no?
show, the documentary, I
I've
mean.
been hearing
It's
about
a
it, but
documentary called What is a Woman?
I haven't seen it.
I heard about it, but I don't. I'm not. I haven't seen it.
Dog.
We got to talk about that.
Dog. Can we go to the next topic?
Yeah, that got to be a topic.
We'll go to the next topic. What is a family member? Is your blood your real family?
Uh,
Should we
gracefully no.
Should we talk about why we brought this up?
AD, take the floor, brother.
So with this topic, it's like you got family members, right? That's been in your life. Ones who did some fucked up shit. Ones who was probably there for you. But short story, whatever. What I'm trying to get into is that, like, should you try to build connections or try to reestablish connections with family members that's either there for you or simply family members that you've been through things with and there's just nothing there no more? Should that be built upon or should that be left alone? Or what's y'all thought on that? Like, really diving into that. You know, like you had this experience with your father or something, right? And it's years later. Should you connect with your father and, you know, build this relationship again, or should it just be what it is?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't have a relationship with my dad. I never had a relationship with my dad. Even when I did have a relationship with my dad, and when I was young, it used to fuck me up. But when I had kids, I just realized that nigga was dumb as fuck. Like, I just don't know. I can't. But if you don't have kids, you would think that you gonna be something like your mom and your dad. But when you have your own kids, you have your own way of looking at life. That now I'm like, I give everybody grace because my kids can't stand my ass half the time. You feel me? So it's just like understanding my parents and my family allowed me to focus 110% on my spirituality, and I never look back. It ain't never a situation that goes on that make me feel like, damn, I wish I'd have been there. Never. I'm just happy, but that's where I stand at on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hard to say. I I haven't had too many situations where I had to, make this decision in my life. But like my dad and his dad, like my grandfather walked out on my dad, and he eventually, made it all good, or good enough to where they can still talk and be in each other's lives and stuff. And I think that's important for your kids and kids and stuff like that. But at the same time, folks be on bullshit. So if they if people toxic, then fuck them.
I think the answer to the question is yes. And the reason why I say that is because I think we truly do pick how we enter this world, through what vessel we want to come into this world, which means of all the families, this time we picked this family. And it probably was because we had some foresight to the challenges and the trauma that we was going to experience with them. So in a ways, is even as because family drama be the worst. Oh, it's like nothing else. It'd be the rawest drama. And I think like that's probably why, because you're meant to have these experiences to help mold and shape you into who you're supposed to be on this journey this time. And sometimes you need your fucked up ass daddy or your like whatever, like, but getting to that understanding is the hardest shit ever, because it really like breaking a coming into that understanding is essentially like kind of detaching from your flesh in a sense. So it's a real, whatever. It's not easy to do, but I think it's power on the other side of the understanding. And that's something new, like for me personally, that I'm coming to understand. And in that way, like I'm thankful for it, but I also think that we have our soul family. We got people that we really was kicking it last time with them, like, like that's, and so we have to be drawn into that too. I done had some situations where, I'm Libra rising, so I really do believe in justice and balance and fairness in all ways. And I done had some situations where my family was upset with me. My blood family was upset because I didn't immediately justify them or validate their actions because they was my blood family. Like right is right and wrong is wrong. And I've had to stand on both sides of that, and it was not pretty. It's hard.
Yeah. I could imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I love my family. Um, I do, and yeah, I love my family. But my family, like my dad is a man, my mom is a woman who was once a girl. My dad was a boy, and like I feel like people are people to a certain degree, and until you realize like who you are, I feel like it doesn't matter who anybody is. I feel like you have to deal with people as that because anybody can um, look at you and you know not they people can take advantage of you. People can kind of belittle like what it is that you're doing, have going on, and I think like I think if you're looking to do something, like if you're looking for something from somebody, I think like, and I think a lot of people do, especially when it comes to their blood. I feel like that's really just gonna disappoint you for real. Um, like I say, I mess with my family, but I don't like doing what I do. If I was looking to try and depend on my blood relatives for anything, um, I wouldn't I'd be SOL. I'd like I ain't, I got a big extended family, but I've never been in a place particularly where I've received kind of support or anything. So it's like, and when I have reached out, it's kind of cricket. So I'm more so on Hood's page, man. I think you have love for everybody. I think you give folks grace, but I don't think you particularly, you know, you owe it. Me, I look for reciprocation. So if I'm looking to create or establish a relationship or something from anybody, if you're not reciprocating that, then I'm wasting my time, blood or not. So if you want to rock with me, under like check on me, reach out to me. Um, like I come from like my mom is like I love my mom, but she's different. She tough. Like I don't have that mom that like that call like checks up on you or anything. Like when like when I'm
Facts.
going,
Me neither.
Facts.
yeah, like when like my like I know like I'll be around a lot of people and their moms like call them to check up, see what they doing, like whether
Yeah,
they
I
mad.
know. Like,
My
I know
mom,
my
I don't think my
mom
mom
be
has ever
loving.
called me ever. You know what I'm saying? Like
You
she
can
she,
have
she
a
doing her own
loving
thing.
ass mom, or you cannot have a loving ass mom. And just because you got a mom, don't mean that she love your black ass, bro. Like, I just think like people just got this fairy tale about families, and that should have your ass fucked up on the long side, bro. Like, what the fuck? Them motherfuckers don't know shit, bro. Like, they just was fucking one day, dog. Like,
Pretty much.
ended
For
up
real.
getting pregnant, bro. Like, didn't have no skills to help your ass do shit but fail, bro. Like, so it's like,
And
bro,
and never picked up a book, watched
don't
a
know
movie.
shit. You hear
They just
me?
like, we here now. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Will
I'll just
eat
do what
some
my mama
pork,
did. do what my mama did. Like,
Man, look,
yeah,
I took some notes,
cycles.
bro. I just gotta do this. When does the trauma end? And like, if you a part of your family, are you meant to heal your family? And then when you travel the world, you see people who said fuck their family ad nauseum. And then family is the people that you making money with, period. But that's what I
Mm,
Mhm,
took from what y'all was saying.
Mhm.
facts.
yeah,
I think it's real important because I see like a lot of like like doing what I do. I see a lot of people who are out here, to that point of like saying like forget what my family's on. I think it's a big difference between I see a lot of folk out here like making decisions and kind of like in spite of their family, just on some like having that. I don't think having that chip on your shoulder does you any good. Like you shouldn't be doing things out of like spite of someone, but you also shouldn't be looking for for anyone like anyone's approval acceptance. You make moves on how what your soul tells you to do. Forget what they talking about for sure. And no
yeah,
matter
yeah.
if you on that, if you on that, like they gonna learn to respect it. Like they not gonna say nothing to you all the time, but they gonna
You
respect
gotta
it.
respect it. Got to.
Because you ain't asking them niggas for shit.
Facts. And that's when we're able to really see and understand. Like I know a lot of my family be surprised as hell just because like I'm such an individual. I'm not a product of, or maybe in some ways I am. My mom a little different. She's very quirky in her own way, so maybe I am my mama child in a sense. But um, I think when you said where does the trauma end, I think it ends when we realize like as soon as we detach, and I think that's the difference, Jeff, between kind of like holding that resentment and like you said moving in spite of versus to just detaching and understanding like you you can be an individual, like you don't. And once you have that realization and detach, I think that's where um, maybe some of the trauma ends. I don't really know if it all goes away because it's embedded. Like we are physically connected to our family through our DNA. So some parts of it I don't think we have control over.
Are you in your 20s?
No, I'm 31.
Okay, I was just asking.
What would be the difference?
I don't know. I used to think like it was some connection between me and my family just for the sake of blood relation, but I don't know. I maybe I'll meet them at the crossroads or something, but them niggas is still eating ham hocks, so I don't be like I be confused about that shit. I used to think like that is the reason why I said that, but it's just like once I got my own family, it's like it's so much that you need to learn
Mm-hmm.
that your family don't teach or don't have the capacity to teach. So
Mm-hmm.
it might seem like harsh or like a diss, but more it's like reality. Like to be your best person, you gotta detach and individuate to the highest degree. And it don't mean that you hate or have any negative feelings towards them, but you just like if I told you a fairy tale, if it's the most beautiful fairy tale of the world, it's still a fairy tale and it ain't gonna serve you none in the reality. And when you like start to like juxtapose what you want, like we talked about our intentions,
Mm-hmm.
your family will call you on some shit completely outside of your intention and expect you to drop everything for what they
This
going through.
happened
And
yesterday.
listen, and it's better to just let them create that barrier or boundary to let them know that your intentions are that important to you. The thing I learned is that you can't communicate how important your intention is to you to another person. You can only show them, and it come across like fuck y'all, but it's really I love me, if
Facts.
that makes sense.
Yep.
And it's
And
gonna
let me
take
tell
it's
you,
gonna take some time to see that, to understand that difference. Like they just gonna think you throwing the middle finger at them, but like man, like yeah, like to his point, it's like that fairy tale of trying to follow what they on. It's like that like sometimes your folk don't even know if you was following their guidelines. Like if I did what my folks wanted me to do, I would not be here today.
I
Like
would die. What the fuck?
yeah,
I'd be dead.
and
What
I
you
and
mean?
I told I like yeah, and they just won't understand that. I like they can't understand it, and
Facts.
it's not particularly your job to make them understand. Like it's your job to do you.
And I guarantee your deepest depression was connected to your family.
Mm-hmm.
Being
One
around your
1,000%.
cousins when nobody around and they done did violated you, your uncle, your auntie. Your trauma is from your family. And so you must detach. You must individuate. It's not even like, well, I got a good family. No, it that'll keep you in bondage longer. So it's like the normal baseline is individuation, period,
Yep.
for me.
And I just want to add to that, like how important that is in, like in dating and relationships. Like it's weird now because this is not shit that I considered before. But if I like meet somebody and they're too attached to their
Red flag.
familiar identity in a way that like they hide themselves.
Hmm.
They're afraid to be themselves. They're oh
Hmm.
my, that's weird as fuck to me. Like I immediately get a feeling of bondage. Like then I by proxy am not gonna be able to be myself because you scared to, you know what? It's so it's weird. And I get it, like from the like they think that it's a level of respect that they have, but in
Love.
reality they don't understand like um that it's really a reflection of I think of love to be able to be your true self and your
Yeah,
family know you for who you are. They don't learn things about you when you dead. Tommy used to love going out the park. What? Not my son. Not my son. What?
it's
Yes,
just
he did. Like that's weird. Like that.
it's just yeah.
Anyway.
It's like it's just a fear thing that people have. Like Negroes is known to be afraid of their mamas when they're young, and it's like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
lot of folks don't grow out of that. Like it's like to be a man, man. Like like me, that took me some time. I think it took everybody some time, but like how I am here is like how I am in any situation. How like I am in front of my mom, in front. My dad is a Baptist preacher, and he follows the Collective Podcast on Instagram. He be checking us, like we be talking about you, all that, and like he gonna get this work, and he gonna but he respect
Yeah,
respect it. Like he
yeah,
respect it.
yeah. Can't do nothing but respect it.
But anyway, on that note, we can move along to the next topic. Can men and women be real friends? This is, I
Dun
feel like
dun dun.
this topic is annoying for me personally because I feel
Cause
like
you got a
it's
best
so
friend.
controversial. And I do. I have a male best friend. I have a platonic male best friend. We're like 13 years into this shit. That's my man, 100 grand. Like I trust him probably. I trust him more than I trust my family. Let me tell you.
Y'all never had
So
sex.
no, never had sex. Never had any type of uncompromising
He's
situation. No
gay.
sneak. No, he's not gay. It really is a and I think I tell people this
He
all the time.
calls you. You don't call him. I'm. I'm.
We
I'm.
call each other. Who
No,
do
I'm.
you
I'm
think?
just saying because you could be the one who his friend and only call him when you need him to do male shit.
Nah, no, it's not like that. It's
You
not
I'm
trying
like
to
just.
figure it
I'm
out?
not. I'm
Or
not
y'all call
trying
each other
to. I'm
when
not.
y'all mad at y'all significant
Y'all.
other.
Yeah. Like y'all rebound. Constant 13-year-old rebound. It
no.
ain't. Is he
Okay.
single?
No, yes, no.
Oh, come on now. Is he single?
He that no, yes, no.
What you
Okay.
mean? Yes or
What?
no?
How can you be both?
You
That's a no
tell
question.
me,
Throughout
yeah,
the relationship,
come
have
on,
he
man.
been with multiple partners? Throughout y'all 13 years, have he been with multiple women?
Yes, yes.
Okay, y'all each other's rebound. But okay, go ahead.
What?
I
Nothing.
feel.
Yeah.
I want to. This is what I want to. This is what I want to preface. This is why. This is why this topic is annoying to me because I be feeling attacked, right? And I can only speak
We
from
is
my.
not trying to attack you at
No,
all. This is
I
not
know,
at
but I
you.
get. I understand. It's one of them things that y'all is like. I don't think they can understand it. It's my perspective, and I get that it's unique, right? And so that's what's
It's
frustrating
not.
because I'm like, I'm telling you,
It's not.
but y'all just don't
It's not
believe it.
unique.
But I wanna preface a few things like truly we were co-workers at first, like so we worked together, but our initial like friendship, it really was on some from the initiation of the relationship, it was strictly on friendship. And I think we were having a random conversation, but he was getting ready to tell me something that was a little bit more deeper than some casual conversation that you would just be talking to a coworker about. He like, nah, man, I can't tell you no shit like that. Like you would have to be my best friend type shit. And it was started as like a joke, like cool. But then truly over time, when real life situations happen, when I really need a friend and vice versa, like as time went on, the friendship was validated in this person is solid. Like this is somebody I trust. He has a relationship. He has a child with one of my really close friends. So you got to understand, like a lot of things were put into place very early in the friendship that just made it so I never looked at him like that. Like I never looked at him like oh yeah, I'm gonna try some shit or vice versa. I don't get that. It really is like, and this is the part that I hate because niggas roll their eyes when they hear like I look at him like a brother, but I truly do look at him like a
We
brother. Like I
no,
do.
we
Niggas right as hard as that.
that's never the question. We never saying that you not looking at him like a brother.
Hmm.
But
What
I
about
do
that?
feel
But
like
is
that
he
is.
What
looking
about
at you like a sister?
I
Would
do.
he say
Yes,
the same thing?
yes,
No.
he would.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, he would.
But yeah,
he?
that's it, and for real, that could be an organic, authentic situation.
Hmm.
But at the same time, like women, when you are quote unquote friends with them, it's like what I consider a friend is just somebody who is just like unassuming, right? But a woman's friendship is like hang out, like make a date, like when I call you if I need you. It's very much of like on a conditional basis. And honestly, it don't feel like a friendship to me. It just feel like you a girl that's refusing to give me pussy. And I don't like that. You feel me? Y'all don't know how to be friends. Like to be a friend is unconditional, right? It's just like a wide open array of love. Like it's like brotherly love. And it's a man thing. Like men are friends. And the same way is like women wear dresses. I wouldn't say like are can men wear dresses? Like I just don't think like being a friend is just the word. Like it's like your definition of friendship is just not my definition of friendship. So I just think like in a general sense, we would need to understand that as gender, but that's just my opinion.
I think we have to put the correct word in front of it, which is platonic, because that is really the difference in what it is. Your friends, your general friends, there's always the preface that they could grow to be your sexual friends at some point in time. Like I guess it's just always
Even my
open.
wife is my friend, right?
Right,
My wife
exactly.
is my friend, and we fuck. So it's like it's different. Like if you're my friend, I want to fall in love with you. If you're a woman, because I'm a man, it's an innate drive within me. I want to fall in love with you. I want you to fall in love with me, especially if I'm investing time and energy. I don't want an open ended call me when you need me. I want to get involved with you. And most men probably not going to say that because they don't want to piss you off. But
This
generally, I want to point
right.
to our shit. And you just saying you my friend, there's no point in that. What can you count
For
on
me,
him for?
yeah. Go ahead.
I can't do nothing with a yeah. Like I don't
With a
even like
female
that word.
friend,
I hate yeah. I like when
what we gonna do?
any girls I be with, they female friends, bro. Like, I hate that word.
What are we doing? Like,
It's not,
if I'm,
it really does.
it's
That's
no.
so weird.
If I got a girl, especially if I got a girl, why do I need a female friend?
Facts.
Because my girl is already enough.
She's
And I will say,
I'm
like,
more
yeah,
than a
bro.
friend that I have.
As a man, like to be honest, is like yeah. If you got a girl and you out here like calling girls your friends, and it's like, all right, she might be something else. I might be messing with like at some point, like that.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a reserve.
see, already the difference is you put a plural on that, and girls and friends, and this is not a common situation. It's not it's not multiple. I have yes,
All
I
right,
have
Torin, but why isn't it common that you don't got hella male friends?
that's exactly what I was getting ready to say, because I don't have the same um understanding with other. I do assume that any other dude that is approaching me from the level of just being my friend secretly want to fuck. Like, I do feel like that they have there's always that underlying possibility. I get that energy and that vibe from new, like strangers, new friends. Like, I'm always suspicious of that. And a new guy approaching a situation saying, I want to be your friend, but I don't have that energy over here, which is why I can confidently say, this is my platonic friend. Like, I don't get that vibe at all. It's not there. And I wouldn't welcome new like I tell dudes all the time, I'm not looking for another. I have a male best friend. I'm not looking for another.
What are we doing here? Why can't you have another male? Like, this is what did you just say? Like, think about it. Think about what you just said.
I
You
have
got a male best friend already.
because
Come on now, Torin.
the same way
have another
dudes like
male
to
best
present.
friend.
The same way dudes like to present like they have something to offer a female other than just sexually. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Do y'all feel like, let me ask you this, guys on the panel, do y'all feel like there's value in having, being able to have a companionship or a friendship with the opposite sex? It does not have to be sexual, but do you feel like there's value in that? Yes. Right.
In what capacity? Under whatever you say, ma'am. Because if I say what I want, then I'm gonna be a weirdo. So I do have women friends, quote unquote, but it's whenever they want to be my friend. Period. Like, it ain't nothing real. Like, I would love to have women friends for real, but y'all be having boyfriends.
The word
then
should be acquaintances. The word should be acquaintances.
associates,
companions, whatever.
Companions a little too much.
It's deep. That's too deep.
Yeah.
Y'all not emotionally mature to be a companion. Like a companion, you would have to. All right, let me throw it back to you. What do you have to offer a man right now in 5 ways that you are willing to give to him unconditionally with no strings attached?
With no strings attached.
Wait, first of all, that was too much to.
I'll take you on a date right now and be like, I'll pay for everything, time, knowledge, wisdom. Like, I'm willing to give a lot, and I already know that I'm willing to give a lot because I built up the cachet to have a companionship. But the reality is, when you pose that I'm willing to offer this, what do you have for me? Then it's, oh, that is too much. That's too much too soon. But you the one who brought up companionship.
I just threw it out there as another word that's not a partner, that's like a romantic sense. But the point I was trying to make is that there is value in having relationships with the opposite sex that is not um lust focused. Like there is value in that. It's certain things men don't understand, and another man is not gonna tell them on why a woman not um approach, like why they might not be having success with women, or hey, this might be it's and vice versa
Are
with
you willing to give that on a consistent basis with no strings attached?
Then you're just
Because
in a
me and you been friends for years, and you never said, "Hood, the reason why you ain't getting no bitches is because X, Y, Z." So,
first of all, I would have to know or not know if you getting bitches or not. Like it's a
but
whole lot of strings that go into
I'm just, but I'm not. I'm using it as an example, but I'm just saying, like, it's more of like what you're willing to offer, and it's not a conditional based thing. It just be your natural inclination with every man you come across. Hey, I'm the type of friend that is the wingman and I can help you get hoes or whatever.
ah,
Like, but no, I'm saying that's how men are. I know Haitians, when I go hang out with my Haitian, he gonna take me to where he gonna holler at every girl at the club. And when we leave the club, 50, 11 chicks gonna be calling and we get to choose. That's why I'm kicking it with my Haitian. And I'm kicking with
I
my
think about
Jamaican
you
because
know,
he
friend.
cooking. His mama cooking. But everything is transactional. So my thing is the best friends have something to offer.
It's the I guess it's the trust, it's the familiarity, whatever. Like I said, I trust him in some ways more than I trust my family. My family has that um what were we just talking about? Like their identity.
He your
Like
brother. He your brother. Like it's your personal situation. Like that's your brother, and I understand. Like y'all close, and I don't. I didn't. I'm not even arguing that. Like I feel like that's your bro. Like you know what I'm saying. But at a general sense, that's the only guy that you know that is
mhm.
close to you. And the reality, the point that we're trying to make is that it's abnormal for men and women to be friends. Because if it was normal, you would have at least five guys that would be on his same level if it was a normal occurrence. And we are men and we kind of find it hard to have relationships with women. So it's like it's not like something we could work towards a solution towards it. You know what I'm saying?
It's
It's,
just right. It's just this is the unique.
this is the
And so but
reality.
that's why I can
yeah.
speak to it.
Yeah.
I do have other guy friends that is platonic, but like I said, I can't say confidently like in the back of my mind if I offer and they had the opportunity, they wouldn't I can't say that with confidence. So that's why they're not a factor. It's like, but they the homies too, but they're not 13 years deep into this. It's like they haven't been tested in real life circumstances that you can come back and say, hey man, that's a friend. Like when I needed them to be like that person was a friend. Is so um but I do think, and I feel like I'm yelling, my bad.
You good? Yeah.
I do think that it is value from everybody's perspective, and whoever, males or females, somebody ain't gonna like me for saying this, but I do think that it's value in men having relationships with females that are not lust focused. So if it means you gotta go find someone you're not attracted to, or whatever the case may be, like I think it's value
I,
All
because
right, but can I be friends and be lusted about you? Can we lust for each other and still
maybe
be
said those
friends?
rooms, yeah.
No, I ain't took no shrooms. That's just a
Nah,
normal ass
we was talking
question,
about yelling. Oh, yelling.
huh?
Nah, ask
Oh
your question, bro.
no, I'm saying can we lust after each other and still be friends? Can we have the conversation of, man, I'm sexually attracted to you. I'm sexually attracted to you, or I'm not sexually attracted to you. But why is that your make or break for whether that or not he your friend? It's kind of saying like, if my dog bite, then I don't want him. You would never find a fucking dog. Men are sexually attracted to women. And if you find yourself to be a sexually attractive woman, I think you should get over that and not use that as the barrier or barometer to whether a man is going to be your friend or not.
It's a lot to unpack here.
I feel like you're being attacked.
No, not even
As the only woman, you know what I mean?
There are some women
Only
out
because you're the
there.
only woman.
There are some women out there who.
I wasn't talking about Torrance specifically. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I feel you.
in regular life, like,
Mhm.
y'all not attracted to women, like,
Oh, for sure.
There are women who would probably call me their friends. Like if you just be like, if my name came up, they'd be like, oh yeah, Jeff, like that's my friend or something. And it's like, are you sure that's the right word you want to use? Because in the right moment, like I would, like, nah, like, what, like, you know, like I would, like, where? So, yeah. I say at his point, like, all right, if you want to be my friend or call me your friend, I guess maybe you can do that, but like, don't think that my mind, like keep some distance between me, please. Like, don't be, because hey.
Give
And
me
there should
something else.
definitely be boundaries. Like that's where, I think those are a lot of times the conversations that really need to happen when people are questioning or trying to understand what that looks like. Is understanding that yes, there are boundaries, especially when you're in a relationship. There are boundaries anyway, but then especially like you have to respect that. So like I respect the boundaries of his relationship and not.
Why you hold on? What? Hold on. He your friend. Why you got? It should be normal, right? Like to. I don't respect nobody boundaries if I ain't attracted to him.
Nah, it don't have nothing to do with attraction. It got something to do with dealing with other people and their ego, because
The
it's
jealous
outside
girl.
people that are also like, that's the whole point of a relationship. You're bringing two people's lives together. So while there may be understanding that exists between he and I, if the other person is still getting comfortable with that or figuring out how this looks, then yeah, I have to be respectful of them too. Like out of my love for my friend, I'm gonna respect them and their need for whatever. But I don't do too much anyway. So it's not like this isn't a real conversation. But I'm just saying that there are boundaries. People think that means, male best friend, that they can be in all type of compromising situations and circumstances, and they just automatically assume the worst. Men, y'all, they think they go to the worst possible scenario. And so just understand
I'm
that.
trying to look at the bright side here, sis, and I'm a dude, so I'm really hoping that y'all friends for real, and I'm trying to get into a conversation of y'all being friends and trying to like elucidate like friendship is like lending a helping hand, you know what I'm saying, and being fidelity, you feel me, like being like helping a person out, you know what I'm saying, that's my friend to the end, like calling them, like, just being positive towards them, that's it, it don't gotta be like, if you're in a relationship, it ain't like that's just you gotta break that up, or it's a boundary, right? Like, why would it be compromising? I don't feel like when you said that, it made me think like you be in a bedroom or something like that. It's just like you just the best friend. And what does that look like? You know what I'm saying? What is the positives of it? Like, not the boundaries. Like, what does the love look like of being a male best friend and a woman best friend? Like,
When I said compromising, that's in the eyes of the other person, like somebody that's uncomfortable with the situation, because but anyway, I digress. I personally think men and women can be friends. I don't think that it's a common occurrence. I do think that most niggas want to fuck, and if given the opportunity, they would. But I do think, and I'm thankful for.
How can we be friends?
like girls be wanting to, girls be going after that shit too all the time.
Like
That's true.
how does a man and a woman be friends? And that's the simplified version of what I was saying. How are y'all friends? Like
Um,
outside of the boundaries, like you know what I'm saying? Outside of like
oh, you
pissing
mean like
somebody off.
how
Like
do we? You
what
mean like how do we support each other?
yes,
Basically,
like what
like,
is the
oh, okay,
love
yeah.
in the friendship? What is the
Yeah,
beauty
man.
in it?
I mean, I could run down over 13 years a whole bunch of instances and circumstances when family fell through or homeboys fell through. I was able to come through and be a resource for my friend, and vice versa. There was a period of time, and I don't whatever. Like there was a period of time where in my previous relationship where shit was real bad, and the only person that knew. Um, and that's a part of it too, I guess. Even being trusting a person enough to um let them know what shit really looks like for you. You can put on a front to the world and say, yeah, cool, like I'm fine, but part of friendship is you can let your guard down and let this person in on the real of what's going on. So just having that trust where I could have had the same feeling towards a family member and they might have violated because you tell them some shit and they go this person, that person, and now the whole world, so it's like um being able to confide in someone and trusting that what you are sharing stays there, that's a value of a true friend. Being able to call on them in a time of need and not being judged by what it is that you need, but it's either, oh, I can, like I can do what I can, or basically I'm either going to be able to help or I'm going to try to find some help, but you know that they have your best interest at heart. It's not no underlying motives or intentions behind it. It's celebrating wins with people. We've been having conversations about this $1 billion lottery. Like I know if I hit the lottery tomorrow, I know my best friend absolutely getting a break. But that's because when shit was bad and I couldn't ask nobody else, like I could ask him, and vice versa. It's and not having to think, oh, this person helped me today, they're gonna be looking for something tomorrow. It's not, it truly is the platonic, all the benefits of a friendship, and then having the contrasting masculine, feminine perspective on a lot of situations, but not having um the looming pressures of, but secretly they want some shit from me. So it really is, I hope that everybody, both men and women, can find at least one person that they can be platonic with, that don't want access to those parts of you, but they really truly do. Just and it might not, it don't have to be the, I guess it don't have to be male female, I don't know, I'm rambling now.
No, well, you said that it made me realize that that's something that I do not have, and I've never had that. So it would be something that I would like to have.
Mhm.
Most girls I end up having sex with, but yeah, I look forward to that.
Yeah.
It's either for me, like when I did have some female friends, I would like get in a relationship, or they would get in a relationship, and it should have to be dead because trust issues and shit.
Jealousy.
See how that's other people. See how other people's projections then
Mhm.
are truly shaping the type of relationships that you feel comfortable having, or and there's something on the other side of it.
I
There's something.
mean, at the same
What's more
time, it
important?
was like some sexual tension too. So I
Yeah.
mean,
And what is more important?
Dogs
Like
got a bite.
what's more important? You keeping a friendship or you establishing like a relationship with somebody that
Ooh,
This,
yeah
this,
that's the one
this,
right
yeah
there, Jeff.
no, look, that is a great question. That's a great question. And I'm gonna be honest, like it's not easy. I definitely find that is that can sometimes be a deal breaker because you have dudes that be like, well, you got a male best friend, and they automatically this is why it's frustrating. They automatically assume the worst. They automatically assume that it's bullshit. They automatically assume that there has been some other history or something, and that is always because that is their reflection, that's their truth. So I immediately take note when they say that, like, yeah, I ain't never been um friends with a female and it not been sexual. I immediately take note in my mind that that person can't then introduce me to no friend and tell me, oh, we ain't never do nothing. That's bullshit because you've already laid the ground rules that any female you have a friendship with, you've had a sexual relationship with. So they tell on themselves initially by how they present,
That
like
was
like
cold.
yeah. Um, but also I've realized now that even then, like their level of uncomfortability with it is due to them being deceptive. Because why are you calling this person your best friend if you fucking them? Like, why are you labeling them this thing when in reality they're this thing? You are being deceptive in how
Women do it
you
too.
describe this person, and because of that now you're projecting that onto me when that's not the same situation
But
anyway.
women do it too. Women do it too. Women do it
No,
all the time.
absolutely, it's not exclusive to, no,
Yeah.
women probably worse, for real. I
Mhm.
get it. I get why as soon as I say yes, that's why I say y'all can roll your eyes when I say I see him like a brother, because too many
No.
females then said that, and then on the other side of that doing some wild shit with their quote unquote brother. That's the problem, that is the problem.
no yeah
So
I didn't
I
I didn't dealt with women who have male best friends, but they was all gay, and I'm cool
Yeah,
with that.
that's the thing. Like you could
Mhm.
do that. That's
I'm cool
normal.
with that.
I'm
Like
cool with that. Like I
I'm
would
cool with
respect
that.
that. Oh, he a dude and he your best friend. He gay. Okay, cool.
Shit.
I
Like
seen a thread about that.
no sexual tension, whatever. Like that's your friend. But like a
Mm-mm.
heterosexual male, it don't matter.
Man,
That could be your bro.
it's been a scene where I seen that old bro was faking to be gay, and that was low key something else. So it's crazy how
Yeah.
people can get deceptive with it, man.
Facts.
Exactly.
Well, that
It's
that nigga is desperate. Goddamn, like that's
That's crazy.
That's that
Yeah.
comeback pussy.
I've
yeah.
seen those reels too, where it's like when he came in and I fake act like I started acting like I was doing her hair, and the whole time we was just in there like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fake.
he was messing up that hair, all right.
When you think about the desperate shit niggas do for pussy, isn't that surprising? So like in by both ways. But Jeff, to answer your question, I'll just, like I said, I'll be transparent in that it is like that is an added factor on all the other things, looking at compatibility. Um, if a guy is like super uncomfortable with it, um, typically it's a deal breaker. And the reason why I say that is because even in my even in my previous relationship where my ex I feel like was very insecure, once he got to know my best friend, like once they met and he peeped the energy, it was like it was fine. And actually we had a very and when I got married, we had a very, it was nobody there. We eloped essentially. My best friend was the witness, and that was at my ex like that was his choice. He wanted him to be there. So I think um they just gotta fill each other out.
It
Yeah.
sounds
They just
legit. It
gotta
sounds
fill each other out.
legit.
Woo!
I
The
ain't trying
threat
to
of
go.
male violence. Woo!
What? The what?
Damn. The threat of male violence. What the fuck you think you're going to introduce two men in 2022 for? That ain't happening. Oh, that's your male best friend? Oh, he got to carry conceal? Like, It ain't happening.
Listen,
Like it's not happening. Like you think you in your world, and then like something wrong with that man, but that man probably got a whole trauma base to survive, and your male best friend is a threat to his actual survival. He
Mhm.
might be the best dude in the world, but the last time I heard two strangers interacting in reference to a woman, niggas pulled out guns, and
that
he,
ain't it.
I know you the exception to the rule, and I'm not saying. I'm just saying in reference to
No,
the
I
dudes
wasn't
that
getting
you date.
that exception.
The dudes that you date, they not playing that. Like I know, I'm not playing that. You have y'all enjoy yourself. I'm a,
Niggas is niggas and be out here. Goddamn.
yeah,
Yeah.
niggas is out here with the 4.5s and the Dracos,
You
and
bring my
and
bro.
they not fighting over territory, drugs, money. They
Women.
shooting over girls.
Over pussy.
But you know which ones they shooting
Man,
over? It's the ones that's dishonest
all of
and
them,
lying about
all
the
of them,
shit.
all of
The
them.
ones that's lying about the shit, that's being deceptive about what's really what. But
Yeah.
anyway, I digress. On to the next topic. This was fun. I'm
The
glad we got it
threat
over
of
with.
male violence.
That shit, yeah.
The
Torn
threat of
survived.
male
Torn
He
survived.
violence.
Torn
survived for real.
How about he's my
I don't.
brother?
I think we still don't have a solid answer on that one.
No, that was. I love it though.
Yeah,
Yes, it gotta stop though.
I don't
It
want to
gotta
talk about
end.
it anymore because
It
that's
gotta
what
yeah,
it
it's
end.
all right.
it's like it doesn't help. It doesn't
Shit,
serve me at all to talk about this shit. And it's
it's
like
all
really
good.
It serves nobody, actually.
But we here.
it does. Y'all just don't know yet. And I'm sorry, we can get off it. I
All
want
right.
y'all to practice really hard.
The collective
Somebody try
pot.
If
it.
I've been
Teach
practicing,
a
Tori, I
school.
promise.
Teach a class, Torn. Teach a class. Seriously. Because
No,
these
for real.
women do not know the art of friendship like you do.
I'll
Mm.
try.
Sis.
No, for
No,
real.
you a
Okay.
good friend. I really fuck with you, Tori. You know what I'm saying? Like I can understand what you're saying. Like I'm
Yes.
not arguing with you. If you,
Yeah, we're
I
cool.
don't want you to think
No,
that.
I know. It's just so unbelievable. That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what it really is.
no. It's believable. It makes sense. What I'm trying to elucidate to you is that your unicorn situation don't make a difference in how fucked up it is between men and women out here. Like,
Yeah.
it's horrible, dog. Like, and I wish that your story was the normal story, but it is not.
Mhm.
And these hoes will have you set up on just because, like, just because, dog. Because you like, damn girl, you look good, and she thinking of robbing you, and you
Yeah.
sexually attracted to her, or you want to be her friend or whatever, and next thing you know, you in a vicarious situation. So when you out and about thinking everything is all lovely dude, and then these niggas not even talking to me, because these niggas want to walk away with their lives, because every girl is not you. Like, this is what I'm just trying to let you know. Like, these girls is treacherous for no reason. They look just like you, and they
Mhm.
smile just like you, and they innocent just like you, and they'll set you up quicker than you say peekaboo, nigga. Like, you like, what the fuck? It's like, damn. Really, if you was gonna have a real talk about men and women, it's like, damn, why can't we trust these hoes out here? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But it's like, but we can't have it for real, because all we know is great women. You know what I'm saying? And the ain't shit women just kind of hide behind y'all for real, and you should be like, you know what I'm saying? And we never get to the real conversation. But the
There's
Pope,
a good song on that, y'all, to close it out with. It's called it's Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar. It's called Mona Lisa.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
it described that energy hood talking about. Y'all should check it
No
out.
doubt. That's a fire song.
I
It's
ain't
Yeah.
never heard it.
Yeah, go
Fire.
check it out after this. Anyway, moving along. Look at this shit here. Jokes, jokes, jokes.
I don't see
So
nobody indigenous on this picture.
No.
the Pope was honored. The Pope was honored by the indigenous people after apologizing for basically mass genocide against the Native Americans of this country. So there's a lot to unpack here. One, the fact that the Pope felt compelled um, that that the Catholic Church was so guilty of genocide that the Pope felt compelled all these years later to speak out and basically say, like, we're sorry, we snatched your children up and forced them into our schools to indoctrinate them, and teach them Catholicism, and essentially whitewashed y'all's history. For that, we truly apologize, and we hope that you can forgive us. um, that's crazy. Um, it's even more crazy because there is a book that that absolutely describes the same thing, and they've made the book so hard to obtain that if the hard copy, at least, it was going for like $250,000 at one point. It's called 103 Amazing Facts About the Black Indian of the Western Hemisphere. It's just laying out the truths that, like, us people who identify as African American or Black are, like, all of our DNA is all embedded because original indigenous people weren't fair skinned Native American Indians like we see now. A lot of them look like me and Boo and Hood. It looked like all that's on here. And so we've been brainwashed in a lot of ways to believe that we all came from, yep, there go that book. And it's not even available. Once upon a time it was on there, but the ticket was crazy. Like they actually had like $250,000 to buy this book. Now you can't even buy it. But I think the PDF is still out there and available.
It's only 32 pages.
But if you go back to it and like look through the screenshots they have or the pictures of it, you can see probably why. Because it's very straight to the point. It really is. Like when you say facts, it don't do all of the it.
It's probably get straight to it.
It does. It just laid the shit.
Niggas came from here.
Yeah, like see how it lays it out. Like it's very to the point. Like you need to know this, you need to know this, you need to know this. Okay. So I can see how they can fit that in 32 pages.
I want my money back.
Yeah, I ain't paying nothing for this.
Hell no. That I think what they don't realize though is by them putting the price that high, like that's almost telling. Like, if it was cheap, then nobody would look at it, give it a second look. But the fact that they made it so unobtainable is like, what's really in this that y'all trying to keep from us? Because ain't no nigga gonna be able to afford this book. Like, but anyway, the PDF is out there, so you can go and like look up all the facts. But in a nutshell, it basically just exposes that we're the true and rightful owners of this land. And when you wrap your mind around exactly what that is saying, that's a big deal, because look at how we exist in it today. And so by the Pope making this gesture to apologize, to me it almost like it's an admission of guilt, in a sense that a lot of what's in that book is true, and that genocide really happened. And then the audacity to try to come back on the back end like, hey man, we're so sorry about that. But then the narrative also that they're supposedly been forgiven by the indigenous people, and that's why they were given these headdresses to wear. Is like, this shit looks like a joke.
I don't like it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that guy's point. This is all a joke. I don't understand. Like, this ain't admitting. I don't see it as admitting nothing. Like, you got the Pope, who is like, one figure, and then you got all these other folk up here who is like actors getting paid by the government to do and be who they claim they is. Yeah, this ain't gonna change nothing. It's just a show. Like, we know who we are. Like growing up, my grandparents told told me who we were, on on my mom's side. And my dad even was like, yeah, my great grandparents is full Indian. But at the same time, he still went to school and still like it got indoctrinated himself to like technically kind of forget that. And me too. Um, it's the same thing is gonna happen. Like all of this is all for show. Like it's not gonna make no difference. I don't think this is waking nobody up. Like it's just something for people to look at who are looking to follow along with the Matrix narrative, in my opinion. And just to keep it going. But I call BS on this. Like it's just something to put in people's faces to think that to continue that narrative. Like we like Torrin said, we know who like what the original people look like. They look like the people talking on this podcast right now. So man, it's like I don't see no difference, to be honest. Like that's
Bullshit.
try to pay attention to this shit, because what difference is
Yeah. Great summary right there, bro. Because yeah, that's bullshit. What
It
the
is
fuck?
bullshit.
I don't know. I guess if that make them feel better, then hey, it's okay. But yeah, I ain't got much to say on this one either.
Word.
I mean, we said it just in case.
Hmm.
Right. Right. They got tired of their land probably being. If you think about a lot of what's happening, and remember the show I was telling y'all about, Unexplained, and it was talking about like one of the episodes was about evil places. It talked about this. It's supposed to be some type of amusement park that they built on this land.
I was
But
watching that.
yeah, but really the land was ancient. It was an Indian burial ground that they tried to build an amusement park on top of, and wonder why 6 children died over the course of the years, that it was open. And that's because this is not the place for that. And so when you think about this land and who inherited it first, it's probably a lot of Indian burial grounds that's right under some of the worst places and the worst areas where a lot of negative energy is associated with. And so I don't know, maybe it's been a little too much. The church can't do that. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to be funny, but they can't pray their way out of it. So they really trying to make peace and settle the indigenous spirits, because it's getting a little out of hand. You look at the state of the world, it is getting out of hand. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what was the point of this. Like
I think, and another thing I think I just want to mention is I think that a lot of people get hung up on trying to understand historical facts a lot of times. And I think first off, there's we just, none of us were there, or in past years, we don't know what happened in certain times and periods. I think that sometimes us being trying to get try to understand the facts per se. I think we oftentimes forget about focusing on the practices and the sciences, and truly tapping into the spiritualness of understanding your indigenous past and history, rather than trying to just be able to say this is what happened. I'm from here and this, that, and the third. It's I think it's more important to know yeah, if we're calling ourselves the true indigenous people, then we got to understand all right, if this is our land, then we have the most. I think people don't understand the magic that we have on this on this land. The fact that we are the original people from this on this, and instead of always trying to worry about the history or just the stuff that they're putting out there, sometimes getting back to the actual practice, understanding the practices that the indigenous practices, and understanding the power that you have in your magic. Nobody has more power than you here in America, because this is where you and your ancestry, your people come from.
Facts.
Mm.
And I think with that, just getting out of the kind of understanding that you have to rewrite the narrative and come to your own understanding of a lot of the things that society has told you is wrong, or or whatever, because they're doing so to keep you from further away from that truth, not bring you closer to it. That's why they tell you don't, like, shrooms aren't good for you. Don't fuck with psychedelics, because they understand that the nature of these things is that they'll bring you closer to that truth and understanding. And they want to keep it as far away as possible.
What we got
Yo,
here?
Y'all was asking a question of like the reason for the Pope being in Canada. I was watching Blue Pill. He posted something about this, talking about the doctrine of discovery at the heart of colonialism and the papal bulls of the 13th, 15th, and 14th century, which gave Europe the power to colonize this land in the first place. So as much as we can talk shit about the Pope, he owns this motherfucker. So, everybody works for the Pope,
Mm.
like the Vatican underwrites all things, the same way as like everybody believe in God. Well, the Pope is God if you get
Mhm.
into the science of it. um the Pope is Jesus if you get into the science of it. But yeah, so uh, after Pope Francis issued his historic apology for the horrors of residential schools on Tuesday, a voice could be heard in the crowd calling for him to repudiate the doctrine of discovery. That voice is Judy Wilson, chief of whoever, bro. The doctrine of discovery originated in the form of papal bulls, edicts issued by the Catholic Church in the 15th century to empower Portugal and Spain to colonize, plunder, and enslave West Africa and the Americas. And the same condition that our ancestors were in is the same condition that we're in, because we're not in the position of rulership. So as much as like it's an interesting thing to talk shit about these people, I look at it from the perspective of, damn, they hold so much power over like the sway of Western society. And I hope that it falls, I hope that we have more conversations like this to like really get to the heart of colonialism, because more than not, motherfuckers just be talking about how to get more money and shit like that. So
Mhm.
I love these types of conversations because, you know, Tariq Bey, Hakeem Bey, they've been talking about papal bulls and the doctrine of discovery and, bootleg DVDs and stuff like that. But now it's mainstream. So whether y'all know it or not, we is getting somewhere
Closer. Yeah.
by this silly shit right here,
for
you
sure.
know. We ain't too far off, bro.
It's baby steps
Yeah,
to something
to
greater.
something, yeah, to
Yeah,
something in more alignment with truth.
yeah, something bubbling.
Facts.
And with that, we can move on to the experiences of the week. Child, what was the highlights? What was the lessons? Um, I can go first just because it's right on the top of my head, and that I really I channeled my masculine energy, I guess, this week, in that I really wanted to do. I learned how to do something with my car a while ago, and I really wanted to like put that to the test. And so I did some work on my car this past week, and it was super satisfying because um, to be able to fix something like with your hands, like know that there's a problem. This machine has a problem, and I've already like been connected and tapped in enough with it to identify, something's a little off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and to actually do the labor with my bare hands, like I did it by myself. I changed my spark plug, so it wasn't that too crazy, but it was crazy enough. You can fuck up. You can fuck up.
Yeah.
And then like that ride afterwards, like when I got back on the highway, we hit the open road. It was so satisfying because I'm like, yes, like I did this. And people was like, why don't you do you I got a mechanic you can call. And I'm like, look, chill, relax. Like I got a mechanic, like I'm actually very particular about my car. There's stuff I don't know how to do and I absolutely take it to get service. But
Mm-hmm.
this is something that I learned. A man taught me how to do this. And I think there's a bit of power in being able to do it for myself. So like I enjoyed it. The only thing was it was we in the middle of a heat wave right now, so it was like dangerously hot outside. This is
Hot
what
as
he
fuck.
said.
Hell
It
yeah.
was dangerously hot outside today. I'm like, I would pick the day is dangerously hot. So, I got it done. That was like an early morning Sunday project, and it was super fulfilling.
That's
Um,
what's up.
yeah, so that's
Hell
one of mine.
yeah. Love to hear it.
Who else?
Me, the experience of the week. That dog, man, I had a lot. It was a hell of a week, man. I, I think I just I further learned a lesson. Like, yeah, it's just something that university is gonna keep driving home. Just about like, and I don't of just like having faith in yourself and in your plan. Like I don't know, like doing what I do. Sometimes it's like it be times where like shit just feel hard, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
and it's like damn, bro, like I'm still like it's still this hard. Like after everything I didn't all the work I put in, like I'm still it's hurting like this right now. Um, but it's like knowing that I've set that groundwork, from the get go, and I'm still putting in that that work, spiritual practice work, with what I mean, on a consistent basis to in order to be able to go through those moments. Like you're gonna experience those moments, um, and it's like those are the testing moments. Those are the moments where like it's God's testing you, universe testing you to see like are you still up for the challenge? Because like I was just feeling a little down like a couple days ago, but maybe like yesterday, should I say? But something happened today that just like I'm good.
Mhm.
Everything everything was coming together. And you just need patience. Like everything is working in its favor. And so yeah, just having those moments. Just remembering that always. Um, and yeah, also had a fun ass week. Did a lot of cool stuff. Ran my business, Elijah Green. Sold some products. Kicked it with my man Wu. What was that? Friday. Went to a show. So I saw some dope local
Friday.
music
Mm-hmm.
artists, stuff like that. Um, yeah, man, I'm enjoying myself, and I'm always enjoying myself. But it ain't easy, but I'm always working to enjoy myself. That's always like the goal.
I feel it, man.
For sure, for sure. Well, man, I have to say, from my experience of the week, man, it's it's low key been a struggle and like a little awakening because I'm cutting out things that don't serve me, and it's like first one of those things is like social media. So and it's like, man, I ain't got so mad at my phone I threw that hole across the room because how many times I picked it up and looked at it, and it's just like I knew Instagram and Facebook wasn't there, but you know what I did on my phone? I just swiped around until like I found until I could find Instagram and Facebook, bro, and like that pissed me the hell off. So and it's like I threw my phone and I went outside and it's like go journal, bro, because like it just shows how much I use a lot of things to distract myself from
Yeah.
emotional, um, how much I'm trying to procrastinate. So I was just like, that's just been my experience. So and it's just, but like at the same time, I'm having fun with it because it's like I'm tapping in to like deep sources of creation that I didn't know I can do, just because I stopped listening to all the chatter from my phone. So
Hmm.
it's been
Mhm.
uh, it's been an experience.
I feel you on that. I've been on a social media detox too, and been struggling too, in my own ways with like my job situation and everything, and um, just going through a transition. I feel like, or some type of chaotic moment in my life right now. Um, like I don't even know what to say right now. I'm still processing shit, so
let
I ain't
me
got.
let me let me try, man.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Y'all are all young, beautiful black people, and everybody on planet Earth wishes to be where y'all are at. And the easiest thing for y'all to do is to feel bad for whatever reason, right? And feel
Mhm.
like identify the negative or the challenge as like something that is substantial. And let me just tell y'all that it's not as substantial as y'all think it is. And if it's a challenge or if it's an obstacle, it's only going to make you stronger because you're young. Like, and when you're young, you're growing. Like, and it's like growing is kind of weird. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is because I used to be broke as hell, like so fucking broke. And this week, um, I got a root canal and I paid for it cash.
Hey,
Broke
that's
my
Yeah, yeah.
what's
car, broke my car, like broke the fuck out of my car, paid for it cash. And just talking to y'all like, hey, how y'all doing today? Hey, if this was 5 years ago, I'd be sitting on here like, man, I had a chaotic week and I had this,
Yeah.
and life has been so fucked up. But you know what, bro? That's some bullshit, bro.
Mhm.
Get your mind right.
Yeah.
Focus on the prize. Focus on the fact that you like if you really fixated on the fact that you is you and that you are desirable, and the fact that you are desirable also means that things are desiring you. You just need to show up. I promise that's all you need to do is show up tomorrow. Show up in your best energy. Don't just listen to me, bro, because I, I was there, bro. I'm hearing it and I understand it, and I'm like, yeah, y'all in the most divine place in the world because y'all got little challenges that y'all got to overcome. But once that's all said and done, it's just your intentions from there. Like, but the idea though was always like identifying what you want, and for me. I just wanted to get my money together just in case some shit ever was to go bad that I would never feel like it's some bad shit if I need to spend some money. And for me, this week was like, damn, you really growed the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you can pay for shit if shit happen. Like, and you don't gotta worry. Like, and it's like, damn, you put in that work, and it's like, bro, you can complain or you can get your shit together, and you can't. All of us can. We can get our shit together. We get our shit together by ourselves. But bro, this is a beautiful time to be alive, and the changes that's taking place is
Okay.
beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, no doubt. Wise words. Nah,
For sure.
Hey,
I
I
needed to
shaded
hear that
that
shit.
hood. I
Mm.
shaded that
I
hood right
say,
on, bro.
Yeah,
mhm.
nah, for real.
It's just real, bro. I hear y'all, and I've been there, bro. And it's like, man, it's beautiful on the other side. But just look at that obstacle and look at that challenge. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm
For
gonna
Mhm.
sure.
knock your ass out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? and then you're gonna be on top of the world. I guarantee it.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's
That's
funny because I had I had wrote a few things down, like I don't know, in preparation for coming on here, just a few things that I've been feeling grateful for this week or today specifically, and um, one of them was freedom. I can feel myself getting closer and closer to what that looks like for me. I realized the further away I was from it, the more I was feeling um, disassociated, like I was disassociated with my identity and who I was. And so I'm thankful that I can feel that um, beginning to level itself out. And it's just me, we talked about it earlier, but like me reclaiming some of my time back, is mine. Um, and I put my individuality on here. And that was, I thought about that because I saw something about Harry Potter, and it made me like, it took me back to like second grade when J.K. Rowling was dropping books. Like, she was still dropping, like the new Harry Potter was coming out. And everybody wasn't on it. Everybody wasn't fucking with Harry Potter. So to love it the way I did, and to understand it the way I did at the time, I can see now how like it probably shaped my worldview and understanding of shit. Like, I can be more open to esotericism now because I before I understood what it was, like I was loving witches and wizards and Hogwarts and shit. And I don't know, y'all probably seen it in my stories. My last one I put on here was Lupe Fiasco, because he announced yesterday that he's doing a 15 anniversary tour for the Cool album. And that joint came out when I was 16 years old. And when I think about it now, like just the content on that album, it was so mature and deep, and I loved it. Like I played that shit on repeat, and I think about it now, like, yo, you was such a 16, you was listening to the Cool, like, and it really, like, that album shaped my worldview in such a way that I'm thankful for today. Like I can directly look back and see and correlate the two. So that's just some random shit that I'm thankful for.
Gold Watch was my jump, but
Yep.
I felt that way, but yeah, I don't know if I need to see him no more. Like I listened to that jump at the crib.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna be in DC. I saw that shit.
I'll be up there. I'll be up there the night, September 9th. I'm coming. I got my tickets today. So maybe I'll see y'all. I need some Elijah Green.
I'm gonna be outside working.
Yeah, well, I'll come find you. But on that note, I think that's all our topics for today, y'all. It's been another beautiful. We dropped some gems on this joint. Had a couple laughs. I don't know about y'all, but this is probably the trippiest episode for me. I'm all the way there. I can't look. The fact that I've been able to like keep it together, looking at the colors in the background, I'm proud of myself. And I think we can wrap it up. So my name is Torrin Shanae on Instagram. Y'all want to introduce y'all or give y'all socials?
Yeah. G Elijah, G.Elijah 144 on Instagram. Just check out what I be on. Kind of the energy I try to put out there. And then Elijah Green 144 is my business. I'm the Gas Man. I also got a clothing line. Support the kid, man. Support a black business.
For sure.
And everybody who has, like, I love y'all, appreciate y'all. I am, man, for real. Yeah.
Much love, man. Peace and light to the collective. I appreciate y'all joining tonight with us, man. Great episode tonight, man. Go ahead, follow me on Instagram at the Lightbringer 01. And go ahead, check me on Twitter, The Lightbringer, and YouTube, The Lightbringer, man. Much love. Y'all have a great week. Work hard and be intentional. Ashe.
I say.
I'll shade to that.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Woo Got It Official. My herbal site, our herbal site is sacredsolutions.co. Find that on Instagram as well. Find out my music. Woo Got It on all streaming platforms. Appreciate y'all kicking it with us, and see y'all next week.
Oh, and he dropped off, but D Hood Mystic on Instagram, Chakra Nova,
The Colombian Exchange.
hey, Colombian Exchange. Yep, all of that. Go check that out too. Peace, y'all.
See y'all next week.
Peace.